We think that clothes come from the store, and we don't oftentimes think about how they got there. And that's something that I hope more people think about once they've seen my work. My name is Rachel Breen, and the name of my exhibition is The Labor We Wear. The genesis of this whole body of work came about 7 years ago today. It's very ironic that we're recording this today, but today is the 7th-year anniversary of the Rana Plaza factory collapse in Bangladesh, killing 1,134 garment workers. When I heard about that, I was horrified, and I asked, how could this be that in 2013 something like this could happen? One of the reasons I asked that question is because a story that is part of my history that I've known about is the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire, which happened in 1911, where a factory in New York City had a fire. The doors were locked, so the workers could not escape. Many of them either burned to death or chose to jump to their death. I made this work in order to bring attention to the way that garment workers are treated both today and in the past. The biggest installation that is part of this exhibition is titled Shroud. It's comprised of 1,287 white shirts. These shirts represent the lives lost in the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire and the Rana Plaza factory collapse combined. They're one story about how garment workers have been exploited throughout history and across borders. But the reason that the shirts are white is because both people of the Jewish faith and also people in Bangladesh are buried in white. I have made this exhibition out of used clothing from the Goodwill outlet here in the Twin Cities to also connect us to the present moment, that this story continues. It's not over. Garment workers continue to be exploited, and we are wearing every day the fruits of their labor, and we have some responsibility in this story. All of the work in the other gallery was also made from shirts. So I hope there to be a relationship between the two galleries. One room has white shirts, and the other room has shirts that aren't white, but they've all been taken apart. And in this gallery, I kind of dig in a little bit more to trying to comment on the daily work of a garment worker. Piecework is comprised of almost 300 sleeves, and that number is probably less than one garment worker would be sewing in a day, to give you some perspective. The idea of arms, I think, is really interesting to me. Our arms are what most of us work with. And so there's a physicality to the fact that sleeves cover our arms, and they are made with arms, and now they're empty in this work. They're sleeves that are hanging down. Individual action is great, but it's not enough. And we really need to work in large numbers to make sure that people who make our things are treated fairly. And I think that in my work that there's this almost kind of dialectic that starts to happen where the work is about the workers, and it's also about the public need for collective social change. And so I hope that in the problem, the answer can also be present. And I hope that comes through in my work as well.